I'm only 12 years old, and no matter where I go, family functions, weddings, get togethers, and many such places, people have always told me, "You're just 12. Oh, so short. There's so much to come. You're quite inexperienced, you know. You should listen to what we say." In fact, I agree with them. I have lived a short and, according to some people, an inexperienced life. But there is one thing that I've quite figured out due to the very factor that I'm a kid. You see, when we're all children, we all have this kiddish fear of some sort, which when we grow up, we find it rather irrational or illogical. What a silly fear, right? I had when I was a kid. I'm Aarav. And my fear was that there was this monster under my bed who would attack me or grab my feet in the dark. As I grew, so did this fear. At one point, I couldn't even be in the darkness alone. I mean, the thing is, it started affecting me. At the age of 8, my sleep schedule was ruined, it was affecting my studies, and I could barely stay in the dark alone. So, I wanted to find a solution. I read articles, watched videos, and then came across Periculo phobia. Periculophobia is the fear of taking risks. And the people who face this are great at feeling comfortable at their cozy corners, but they hate getting out of those. I face this fear as well. It probably makes no sense, so let me make it easier for you. Stepping out of my bed, it was a fear. And it was a risk, to be more exact. And I was not willing to take that risk. When I started to come across this fear, I saw that it's actually everywhere in my routine. Like not joining a cricket club because I might not be able to play good, or not signing up for an Olympiad because I might fail. These are simple yet important examples of what a risk is and how I didn't take them. Before we continue, let's talk about why risks are important. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with some definition. No, let me give you a real life example. So, you see, in 2018, during my swimming classes, it was my first diving session. And we had to perform a 1 meter dive. It sounds simple, and kids way younger than me could do it without any fear whatsoever. But for me, it felt like a very scary scenario. I could not perform the 1 meter dive. And guess how that situation ended? Me running around the swimming pool with my instructors and my parents chasing me. Someone from the crowd said something really negative about me not being able to do that. And me being me took it very personally. So I came back to the colony and I was like, you know what? I have to prove that person wrong. So I started taking small risks every day and started practicing dives. It took months, and after 5 to 6 months, I could perform a perfect dive in good form of 3 meters, which to some professional swimmers out there, I'm sure does not seem like a lot. But for me, however, I felt like a champion, not a total failure, but someone who accomplished something. Yay, you could perform a dive. Yeah, doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But you see how these risks, they have chances for failure and they could go down the really, really bad and wrong way. But you see, they also help you grow and prosper. And as humans, it is rigged in our base for failure. It is simply nothing but a step to success. Many people have said that to you, but I'm going to cut it down to you today. What happened is, as I grew, I did many things and I tried out a lot of stuff. I mean, the 26-year-old actor Zendaya Mary Coleman stated that if you expect disappointment, you will never be disappointed. More on that later, but let me ask you all a question. Do you think we humans will be able to build a space elevator in the next 100 years, even though science suggests that there is no such material which is strong and light enough at the same time? For those of you all who said, no, it's not possible in the next 100 years, maybe later, great. You all are practical and science is not wrong. But for those of you all who said, yes, it is possible, we are alike. We're very alike. We don't make much educated guesses, as bad as that sounds. I'm afraid I'm about to say something really cliche, but I believe impossible is I am possible. Yeah, many people say it, and it's true. As I said, the 26-year-old actor Zendaya stated that if you expect disappointment, you won't be disappointed. I believe in something similar, but it's just the opposite. If you expect something great and you don't make it, at least you're going to end up somewhere. What I mean is, if you aim for something impossible, like space, and you put your 100% into it and make it, that's a feat. You did it. You've done the impossible, and you're probably going to go down in the history textbooks. And if you didn't, you're going to be in the clouds because you're going to be way too strong and way too confident that you're going to reach the very top. That is what makes impossible I am possible. Now, it's funny coming from me because I actually never tried this. In fact, my cousins, they were prodigies. They were amazing. Some of them represented MUN at huge places and gave amazing talks and robotics competitions where they represented their states. It's all great. And but when someone asked me, "Kid, what are your hobbies?" I freeze like an antelope staring at traffic lights. I had no answer. For me, I never had something in my life that, I could just, yes, this is my thing, and I put most of my free time into it. I tried a lot of stuff: basketball, coding, swimming, and there's more to that list, but I'm pretty sure we don't have a lot of time. So, what I'm saying is, I've tried a lot, and it's not easy. I'm gonna keep going, never give up, because there's always going to be monsters under our beds. We just have to keep trying and take risks. Thank you.